Yeah, first of all, nice to be playing tomorrow. It was a grind of a game. The heat was definitely a factor out there, but our guys did a good job of handling that and fighting through it. We were gritty all day long, especially with the opening quarter being as tight as it was. The guys kind of stuck to the game plan and kept grinding. We made some adjustments, and the guys did a great job executing. We weren't burying a few shots early, then we started burying shots, and it was nice to get out ahead a little bit there and have a comfortable finish. Certainly they came roaring back at the end and gave a good effort right till the final whistle. Just happy to be playing tomorrow. We'll see who we have.
Very good. Quinn, talk a little bit about that. It was 6-5 after the first quarter. We were down early, and then kind of started filling it up. What was different in the second quarter?
Right. I think we just stuck to our game plan. We knew coming into this that we were just going to have to grind out possessions, try and get as many second opportunities as we can. And just the more defense we make them play, I think the better we're going to be in the long run, which happened to be the case here today.
Hutch, saw the ball, double-digit saves for 3 quarters. What were you seeing out there?
Yeah, my D played great in front of me today. They were letting the shots up that I knew I could save, and we just had confidence all day as a unit. And I'm just happy to be playing tomorrow, like Coach said.
Coach, from your perspective, what was the biggest difference there? From the first quarter on, what was the biggest adjustment you made?
Well, a couple things. Number one, I thought right away Jimmy got us started at the face-off X. They've got a really good face-off man who's all NESCAC, and Jimmy came right out and got us going immediately with a nice assist to Quinn. So he did a great job at the face-off X along with his teammates, Taylor and Nick. So those guys did a nice job. Carson, excuse me. So that got us going. Winning some draws and winning some between the lines ground balls was huge for us. We switched to some zone defense, and we knew that they would struggle against the zone a bit, or we hoped they would anyway. We switched to zone, and it was working great for us. We got 3 or 4 extra possessions in a row, and the guys did a great job of clearing the ball and capitalizing at the other end. One thing I will say is, again, they have an all NESCAC goalie in there, and we did a great job of finishing our shots throughout the day. We had great opportunities and really just buried the ball. So it was a team effort all the way around, but we basically stuck to our game plan, as Quinn said, and did our job. So we're hopefully ready to go tomorrow.
Talk about playing behind that defense. You talked a little bit about it, and you credit your defense for giving you opportunities to make saves, but what's it like playing behind those guys?
Yeah, it's good. Our whole unit, not even just the guys that start the games, but we have so much depth there, and we all have confidence in each other, and we know we're going to make our plays, and that's just what we remind ourselves throughout the whole game, as we're always looking for the next 15 seconds and making the plays we can on our end, and then our offense always takes care of it. So it's always fun out there. We have a great unit, so I'm excited.
Who was the long stick there that had 2 goals, his first 2 goals?
Joe Camp.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Give him a little love.
Yeah, no, Joe played a great game. We love to push pace and hopefully find some transition goals. And Joe was fortunate enough to be at the right end of those. But he stuck his shots too. I mean, could have easily missed or threw the ball away. So part of that is our clearing game. We've done a really good job this year clearing the ball. That's extremely important. I think we're 90% plus, and that's got to remain the same. It's vital for our success. But once we get it down that end, we're confident in our D-middies and poles, and that they can run some transition. So we let them go, and luckily he stuck them.
Quinn, national semifinal tomorrow. Thoughts going in, not necessarily the opponent, but just kind of mindset of the team.
I think just regroup here, hopefully grab a meal, crush some waters. I think it's supposed to be just as hot tomorrow. And then see who our opponent is and kind of just go from there.
Great atmosphere, great game. I thought first quarter, was kind of going in the direction I felt, which was going to be a high-scoring affair. We know that their offense is capable of scoring at a fast rate. I felt ours is too. And we're also kind of aware that either team is capable of going on a 6-goal run. So face-off possessions, ground balls, failed clears would be a real indicator of a swing that happened. And we failed to clear. We missed a couple ground balls, and they went on that 6-goal, 7-goal run that, found us having to play from behind from, and they were able to kind of pack it in a zone and make some things difficult, which put a lot of pressure on our possession on offense. So playing from behind versus defending national championship is never easy, but I was proud of the way our guys continued to fight. They never quit, and just kind of an indicator of the type of people we have in our program, which is, really tough, never quit type guys.
AJ, talk a little bit about, your perspective on the game, kind of what happened. It's close first quarter, and then it kind of, RIT kind of gets away with it.
Yeah, again, I mean, as Coach said, I think going into it, we knew that it would potentially be a dogfight, and a thing that we say in the defensive huddle is it's a game of runs, and that was definitely the case today. And we had wanted to be the team to have the runs, but unfortunately it wasn't that way today. But I mean, I'm happy how the guys played. We didn't give up to the very last whistle. I think we went on our own run in the fourth quarter. But I mean, hats off to RIT.
Zach, talk a little bit about the season. Historic season. You were not a lot of expectations coming in, and here we are in the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, definitely. I think I couldn't be prouder of this group. We couldn't be prouder of this group. I think from the locker room to the parents, to the coaching staff, to the support we have at Bowdoin. I think we're building something really special as a program up in Brunswick, and I couldn't have been more privileged to be a part of it this year. And I'm just so excited to see what these guys can continue to do. I think we're building something really, really special, and in the future we expect to be in this position every year.
Coach, talk a little bit about that. This is kind of, like I said, first appearance in the NCAAs for Bowdoin. Obviously, you're hoping it's not going to be the last. What's next for Bowdoin as a cross?
Yeah, we try to take it one play at a time, and that got us to this position. So we'll reset, refocus, continue to just take it one play at a time. But certainly these two guys who are going to be moving on in their careers have set a new standard for Bowdoin lacrosse, and they should be forever grateful. That's the best thing you can do as a senior is leave the program knowing that you took it to a new height, to a new standard. So they did their job, and now everyone that's going to be returning has to get right back to work and try to put us in this position again to hopefully maybe move the bar one rung higher.
AJ, talk a little bit about this your last year, go back 4 years, talk about the last 4 years, going from when you started to now you're finishing here.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a wild ride. I mean, my freshman year, we didn't even make the playoffs, so we were done with season, I think, like April 24th. So, I mean, to be able to play for an extra month is nothing short of, I'm just enjoying every minute that I can. And then, obviously, we didn't have a season my sophomore year or junior year, so just to be able to, come back my senior year and have the run that we had, have the success that we had, and like these guys have been saying, I mean, I think it's setting the foundation for something really special. We got a lot of young guys that play in a lot of minutes, and I mean, I'll be moving on, I'll be leaving, but I'm excited to see what these guys can do.
Zach, a little more about that. We go from not playing a season to now. Take us through the last couple of years with the team.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I think, there's so many guys in this locker room and in this program that are just, such hard workers and really driven and, want to bring the best out of each other. Our 2-year break was crazy. I mean, we spent time on public fields, public parks, early in the morning in domes in Portland, Maine, just trying to get better when we can, trying to be together, in light of all the circumstances. And I think that really speaks to this group that we have and something we'll continue to build. I mean, we're just so tight-knit. We want it so bad. And we fell short today, but, we're so proud of what we created this year.